Today's Thursday, July 11th, and this is a status check on a position I took earlier this morning involving the copper futures. Ticker symbol is /HG, and as of the time of this recording, the spot price for copper is quoted at $4.51. And this is a chart layout at the daily time frame. So each of these candlesticks represents a day's worth of trading. This is the current candlestick for today, July 11th. And from this broad look back, I've marked up three reasonable support and resistance levels relative to the current spot price. And those markups are via the blue horizontal lines. And the red vertical dash lines are system-generated markers for expiration Friday for monthly option contracts. The most recent expiration was back on June 21st, and the upcoming expiration is July 19th, which is next Friday, and the one beyond that is August 16th. So heading into today's trading session, I had overlaid this tool. It's called the Gann fan, and that, based on that specific placement, this upper yellow trend line is appearing to be a strong resistance level. And right now, it appears the current market structure is price ranging between the purple and yellow trend lines. And if price was going to get rejected, there was a probability that this downtrend was going to continue. So I took a continuation trade. Well, not a continuation, but I took a short position via option contracts. I didn't short the actual futures, because I want to participate on this potential move to the downside for a potential retest of this support level sitting at $4.02. So earlier this morning, I took a short position, specifically option contracts that will be expiring at the close of the August 27th timeframe. And relative to the current spot price, I selected the $4.05 strike price, and as a buyer of option contracts and bearish, I'm on the put side. And when I entered this trade, the futures was quoted at $4.57. So since I entered, the trade is going in my direction as the spot price is lower than my entry price. So with all things said, the details of the trade, again, switching over to the trade tab. So right here in the middle section of this dashboard, under the option chain section, there's a flag position pegged to the expiration date for contracts that will be expiring in 47 days. So right down here at the bottom left are the details. And right now, I only picked up one contract because I don't think I've ever traded copper, but I thought I'd give it a shot. And just for participating, I thought I'd pick up this one contract because, again, there is this probability that price could break above this for a potential retest of that $5.19 high that copper hit back on May 20th. So I thought, again, I just want to mitigate the risk. So I only picked up that one contract. This contract will expire worthless in 47 days. And my entry price is quoted at spot 0075. And right now the option premium has increased as the spot price for copper is dropping. And the spot price for the option premium is quoted at 0.009. And the P&L is reflecting a positive balance of $37.50 since entering this trade. Now, the actual valuation of this option contract isn't less than a penny. So right here in the description, it says 1 over 25,000. So the multiplier is 25,000. So just to provide some clarity, my entry price is valued at 7/100th of a penny, right? So multiply that by 25,000. The actual value of this option contract is $187.50, not including commission. So That's what I've committed to this trade over the next 47 days. So, for the purpose of time, I will pause it here, let the trade work itself out, and I will update when something more significant does occur. So, quick update. Today is Friday, July 19th, which is expiration Friday for monthly option contracts. So, heading beyond this date, it could be a very volatile period for the markets. So, right now, copper futures is quoted at $4.25. And as I was speculating, price was rejected and has recently fallen below the local support resistance level of $4.40. And it's now about halfway to retesting this lower support level of $4.02. So with all things said, switching over to the trade tab, right here under the P&L section, the trade is up $825. The option premium is now quoted at 40 cents, whereas I entered at less than a penny or equivalent or similar to that. And with 39 days remaining, this bodes very well. So I'm going to keep a close eye on this because, again, heading into what could be the halfway point between this support resistance level and this support resistance, there could be a reasonable consolidation phase where price just goes sideways, possibly curling back up, retesting 440. So I'm going to track that very carefully. So that's the current status at this point. So for the purpose of time, I will pause it here and I'll pick it up in a few days. So it's a few minutes after midnight, so I thought I'd go ahead with a status check. So it's currently Thursday, July 25th, and the spot price for copper is quoted at $4.06. And right now it's at the cusp of retesting this local support level of $4.02. So my concern is there could be a bounce over the next few days as price will be retesting this support level. Hopefully price will pierce it very quickly and continue to the downside. Otherwise, I'm kind of regretting, or I'm not sure what to say, but if there's going to be some sort of consolidation or a bounce, I think that that could be a detriment to the option trade. Speaking of which, switching over to the trade tab, the position is now up $2,462. The option premium is quoted at spot 106, where my entry is at 0.0075. So with 34 days remaining, that's a lot of time before I could close this trade. However, where it's at right now, I'm very tempted to closing this out because there's a lot of real estate over here between this yellow trend line and this blue support level that price may bounce, come back up and retest. If that does happen, then that could eat into the profits right now. So it could possibly wipe out more than half of that position because only a few days ago, the trade was up $800. Now it's up 3 times that much. So again, I'm very leery over the next few days as price is going to retest this. So I'm going to keep a very close eye on this. As a matter of fact, I'm going to walk my alarm lower just to notify me for that potential bounce. So that's the current status. I will update accordingly and trade continues. Today's Wednesday, July 31st, and my biggest fear did come true. Price of copper is bouncing significantly today. Even though the stock market will start trading in a little over 45 minutes from now, the futures market has copper quoted at $4.17, and during the overnight session, it was up a little over 10 cents. So it appears this support level of $4.02 is holding. And there's so much real estate between this blue and this yellow trend line that my larger concern is that price continues trending higher eating into the profits that this trade has already gained. And then at the same time, it's killing time. So looking at the trade tab, the position is now up $812. It's still a profitable trade, but where it was a few days ago, a major loss at this point. But I'm going to go ahead and close this position out. There's a lot of economic data coming out later this week, I believe. Earnings is in full swing, so I'm not sure if any of those things has any correlation to the price of copper. But in any case, I am going to go ahead and close this out. I'm going to see right now the premium's quoted at 40 cents. I'm going to see if I could close this out at 395. I'm going to place an order here. So it's at the price here is at 0.0395. I'm going to see if I can close this out halfway at 40 cents. And that has a profit potential of $1,000. It's still a win, but let's see what happens if I could get filled. And I'll provide a breakdown after. There, I was able to close it out at 40 cents. Good trade, for sure. So my exit price is at 40 cents, right? It was 0.040 times the 25,000, as that's the multiplier. So that's $1,000 right there for the gross amount. Anyway, I'll provide a breakdown at the end of this, and until the next trade setup. Look at that. That hurt so bad. Loss of 725 during the overnight session. So, yeah, I'll provide a breakdown at the end of this, and I'll see you at the next trade setup.